Hello, welcome to gusmcdoll Strategy and Tactics, and thank you to our subscribers. In this series, we play through each of the battles in the American Grand Campaign in Close Combat 4, the Battle of the Bulge. We use historical World War II US Army doctrine to plan and conduct each battle. Don't forget to subscribe for more great strategy and tactics content. This is the strategic map. It is 0800 hours on December 16, 1944, and the weather is overcast. US forces have no air support, no artillery, and no supply drops. The last battle, at Weiler, was a major German victory. But US engineers still hold the roads west of the village, preventing the Germans from advancing to the west. The next battle is on the Siegfried line, between the US 110th Regimental Combat Team of the 28th Division and the German Kampfgruppe 901 from the Lehr Division. The bridge, Hill 461 and Hill 456 are the main objectives of the area. Hill 461 dominates the area and is an excellent place for a gun or hull-down tank. When these objectives are held, the roads leading to Weiler and Echternacht should be cleared. Your last objective is the road leading east into Germany. Be very careful of the German minefields in the area. On the US side is an American infantry battle group from the 110th Infantry Regiment under command of Captain Seeley. It moves slowly and reserves are depleted. The company consists of 3 platoons. Only 1st platoon is at full strength. 2nd and 3rd platoons are under strength. Notably, the company only has bazookas and no anti-tank guns. Let's rename the squads off-camera for ease of reference. Now, let's review each of the squads. 1-1 is 1st Platoon Headquarters. 1-2 is a BAR squad. 1-3 is a Rifle squad. 1-4 is an M9 bazooka team. 1-5 is a Browning 30 caliber medium machine gun. 2-1 is 2nd Platoon Headquarters. 2-2 is a Rifle squad. 2-3 is a Recon team. 2-4 is an M9 bazooka team. 3-1 is 3rd Platoon Headquarters. 3-2 is a 60mm light mortar. And 3-3 is a Browning 30 caliber medium machine gun. Next, let's look at the map and conduct a commander's estimate of the situation. Our mission is to guard against a German advance from the Siegfried line. The Siegfried line, or Westwall, was a German defensive line on its borders with the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and France. The section, shown here east of the River Our, consists of a belt of Dragon's Teeth anti-tank obstacles protected by Type 10 bunkers, minefields, and barbed wire. The road to the Reich, here the Dorfstrasse, crosses the River Our at a stone bridge at the small village of Keppershausen on the border with Luxembourg. The bridge is a natural choke point, or defile. West of the river, roads lead north to Weiler, west to Wiltz, and south to Echternacht. The ground rises sharply over open fields to the bare ridge of Hill 461 in the north, and the wooded slopes of Hill 456 in the south along the Rue de Faubourg. The open ground in the north, both sides of the river, provides excellent observation and long fields of fire. To the south, wooded hills restrict observation and fields of fire, but the roads are good fire lanes along their length. The fortifications and obstacles of the Westwall provide exceptional cover and concealment to defenders. By contrast, there is little cover or concealment to the northwest, but the wooded hills to the south provide some concealment to dug-in infantry. While the Siegfried line boasts an impressive collection of artificial obstacles, the natural obstacle afforded by the River Our is the main barrier to mounted or dismounted movement. The bridge over the River Our is therefore key terrain. and there is really only one avenue of approach from the east, through the Siegfried line and over the bridge across the River Our at Kappershausen. The German Kampfgruppe 901 from the Lehr division is likely to bring a strong force of panzers, half-tracks and infantry. They are secure behind the defensive works of the Westphal, but to advance they must first cross the bridge over the River Our at Kappershausen. They could use smoke to screen their advance and fire from the bunkers to suppress any defenders. Panzers could charge across the bridge, then dominate the surrounding area while infantry moved forward. After that, the Germans would have their choice of roads west. The Americans can therefore set up killing zones at the bridge and along each of the main roads leading west. The first course of action is for the Americans to defend the bridge at all costs, preventing the Germans from crossing and thus advancing west. This would take advantage of the choke point or defile at the bridge. First platoon would take a defensive position on the hill south of the bridge, with a bazooka overlooking the bridge to engage vehicles, and a medium machine gun firing along the Dorfstrasse at infantry in the open. Second platoon would take position in the village of Kappershausen itself, firing into the flanks of any Germans crossing the bridge. Third platoon would remain in the rear, with platoon headquarters on Hill 461 observing targets for the medium machine gun in the two-storey building and the mortar on the reverse slope of Hill 456. This plan maximizes firepower into the killing zone around the bridge, but the position lacks depth and is vulnerable to being overrun by panzers moving quickly while covered by smoke. A second course of action is for the Americans to consolidate their defences to the rear, avoiding fire from the bunkers in the Siegfried line. They would allow the Germans to cross the bridge. The Germans would then need to move along one of the roads to the west in a column formation, which limits their firepower to the front. This would create a choke point or defile along the road. Depending on the road chosen, either 1st or 2nd platoon would then spring the ambush with bazookas. Meanwhile, the medium machine gun from 3rd platoon in the two-storey building and mortar to the rear would attack German infantry in the open from a flank. This plan assumes the Germans would put heavy fire into their assault of the bridge and push through with panzers. The Americans would aim to impose delay on the German advance, first in crossing the bridge, then in moving along one of the roads, then in responding to the ambush. All of this would buy time, but if necessary, the American forces would withdraw under pressure west to Wiltz. I have made my decision and have placed the platoons and squads in position. And so we begin. Powell's bazooka team crawls forward to cover. Panzers and infantry pour forward. Becker's squad also moves to cover. Nice concentrated target. The Browning medium machine gun opens up at long range.
In position.
And the mortar. The half-track crosses the bridge into Kappershausen.
Move complete.
The half-track is destroyed. Powell's bazooka team is annihilated. German infantry move on the bridge. PFC Vader in 1st Platoon's medium machine gun opens up. The Panzer moves up to the Ur River. Brooker's bazooka team knocks out the Panzer IV-H. PFC Marvin's medium machine gun in 3rd Platoon engages German infantry in depth.
Keep your heads down!
The mortar shifts fire to the rear. The initial German assault on Keppershausen has failed.
Conserving ammunition!
The light mortar is out of ammunition. The Germans are holding back 2 Panzers and a Sonderkraftfahrzeug as a support fire line. The Germans are pushing again in Keppershausen. First Platoon remains concealed. German infantry advance into their own minefield.
Close!
The German attack is shifting north. German infantry withdraw from Keppershausen. Sergeant Egan is killed and his squad goes to ground. but the German attack in the north has stalled on their own defensive position.
Incoming! Taking fire!
Marvin's medium machine gun team takes fire from the Panzers.
Team down!
Marvin's team is annihilated. The Americans have gone to ground. Van Camp places mortar smoke to blind the German support fire line. The German attack has completely bogged down. The Americans offer the Germans a truce.
Sergeant! Got him!
Sergeant Ott is killed by German machine gun fire from a bunker to the north.
Unter Beschuss!
Vader's medium machine gun keeps up fire on the German backline. But the Germans have run out of time. Major American victory. The battle ended because time ran out. Both sides still control some victory locations. The Americans won the battle because they control a greater number of crucial victory locations than the Germans. The Americans took 6 killed and 4 wounded. The Germans took 10 killed, 11 wounded, 1 tank destroyed, and 1 half-track destroyed. Let's examine the American squads. PFC Harden is credited with the half-track kill. Private Brooker is awarded the Combat Infantryman's Badge for the tank kill. So far, the campaign is a major American victory. The Americans have lost 45 killed, 32 wounded, 2 tanks, and 6 guns. The Germans have lost 97 killed, 81 wounded, 11 tanks, and 6 vehicles. So, what did we learn? The action around Keppershausen illustrates the canalizing effect of a choke point or defile on the battle. In other words, because all German forces had to move through a narrow choke point at the bridge at Keppershausen, the Americans could focus all their fire on that location. The Germans rushed forward a Panzer, a Sonderkraftfahrzeug, and an infantry platoon, and lost them all to the concentrated fire of an American infantry platoon in defence with mortar and medium machine gun support. The remainder of the Siegfried Line defences were also very effective. But the impressive array of minefields, barbed wire, bunkers, and dragon's teeth only served to keep the remaining Germans bottled up east of the Our River. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. And stay tuned for the next episode.